Today we're going to be talking about a few different topics. Ashley Trevino may be getting a Netflix show. Tophiachu was caught liking some inappropriate pictures on Instagram. Leslie Clark is back on TikTok. And we've learned more about the Resilient Jenkins eviction. One does not possess the ability to make content fast enough to keep up with Ashley Trevino. She's on another level. But I'm here to try my best to deliver to you something that has occurred. Actually, a lot of things have occurred since we last did our video, which wasn't too long ago. Ashley did a lie detector test. Haley, Ashley's oldest daughter, says that she's going to expose Ashley whenever she turns 18. Ashley made her own merch and it's bad, and a lot more. So let's get into it. And some of these clips are going to come from my live stream that I did, which, by the way, if you don't know, I do live stream on this channel sometimes. So keep an eye out for that. But you can always find my live streams on my second channel where they're in a more condensed version over at Chaz Kirschman Unplugged, or you can become a YouTube member of my channel and watch the live streams in their entirety. But this first clip is of Ashley talking about not letting Camilla buy her kids beds, which is insane to me. Why not let her do that? And of course, she has an excuse for this. She has millions of excuses. She plays Uno expertly. She's got that Uno Reverso card on deck.
Like right now, she did ask me, did your kids...
Oh, this is crazy, right? Does that mean Ashley's going to buy them a bed? I doubt it.
Pick out the bed set. I said, I don't want you to buy it. I said, there's too much going on.
There's too much going on, so she can't allow somebody else to have a good heart and help her children. No, she must allow them to keep suffering.
I don't need you to buy it. I said, they're already saying that I did CC fraud on your card. I don't want nothing to do with that. So that's what I was trying to send her, was the video. That's what I was trying to send her. And why didn't I pay for it? Because she asked to pay for it. She paid for our flights and she paid for our room stay. That's why I didn't pay for it.
Well, I mean, you still could have paid for it yourself. You could have denied that and been like, I'm going to pay for it myself. And also, she sent her a screenshot of a video. She knows how to use the phone. She's always on it. You copy the share link and you send the link to watch the video, not screenshot the video. I'm pretty sure we live in a time now where most people know how to use a phone. It's not that big of a deal, especially since she's a super professional expert live streamer, making a full-time living off of it. I mean, just the other day, she allegedly made $4,000 doing a battle on TikTok.
You're getting this out too. You're getting this out too. You're getting this out, but you just lost this battle. Let's go. Maybe forgive you guys. See, I love you.
But unfortunately, she can't buy her children a bed because, well, she's a single mom and she can't afford that. Oh, wait, that's not actually true because she has help. And that help is her parents, which actually have custody of her children.
Y'all think I only fight battles on TikTok? I fight them personally every day.
Yeah, so does everyone else. Like, you're not special. What do you mean? You think I only fight TikTok battles? I fight them every day in my life. Like, what is this?
I have a 15-year-old daughter, okay? Why do you think she doesn't live with me right now?
Because you're a shitty parent. What? Oh, this is great.
Because it hurts me, because I wish my baby lived with me. It's just not good right now.
Why is it not good, Ashley? Chat, why is it not good? Why do you think it's not good right now?
That's our decision, okay? So for those of y'all that call CPS on me, remember, she's not in my custody right now. Y'all are going to get my parents in trouble. So when y'all want to call CPS, y'all think about that. It's not me getting in trouble. It's my parents. She doesn't live with me right now. She lives with my parents. I'll take all the attacks from all of y'all. I don't care.
That's why she's not getting in trouble. Now that it makes sense. She's like, all the CPS cases have been closed. Well, that's because you don't even have custody of them. What? If you did, they'd be taken away. That's crazy.
I don't care. I deal with them on a daily outside of TikTok. Only one friend knows what I've been going through with my kids.
From the ground. Oh my God.
So there you go. Okay.
And Ashley wants to wait until her house is clean in order to get her daughters a bed.
I could buy my kids a bed. The reason I haven't bought them a bed is because I want to make sure this place is clean. I could buy.
What is this, dude? You want to make sure your house is clean before you get them a bed. This has been going on for like a year. And I really hope that is taken out of context because that is complete insanity for someone to say something like that. But we've seen similar things come out of Ashley's mouth, like her waiting to buy her daughter a cake because her follower count was moving too fast. Why celebrate and have happiness now when we can just wait and never have it at all? Imagine this. You're driving home after a long day and out of nowhere, bam, a car slams into you. Your life is flipped upside down in just a matter of seconds. But what happens next? Mountains of paperwork, endless phone calls with insurance companies, and the fear of not getting what you deserve. Most of us wouldn't know where to start, myself included, because when you call a lawyer, you're suddenly drowning in legal jargon, hidden fees, and delays. It begins to feel impossible to navigate the system and to fight for the compensation that you're entitled to. That's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. As America's largest injury law firm, they've completely modernized the process. From submitting a claim to communicating with your legal team, everything can be done right from your smartphone. It's as simple as a few clicks. And the great thing is that Morgan & Morgan doesn't settle for lowball offers. Just recently, they helped a client in Florida win $12 million, 34 times what the insurance company initially offered. And in Philadelphia, they secured $26 million, which was 40 times more than the insurance company offered. That's insane. But what really sets them apart? For starters, there's no upfront cost and you only pay if you win. Plus, with over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states and more than 4,000 support staff, they have the resources to take on even the biggest cases. It's no wonder over 3 million people call them every year. Let me show you how easy it is to get started. See, it only takes a few minutes to check if you have a case. No waiting rooms, no phone tags, just quick, efficient support. If you've ever been seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're just a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. You can start your claim now at forthepeople.com/Chaz, or you can simply scan the QR code on the screen here. And remember, all of this is free unless you win. Don't let insurance companies decide your future. You can take action, protect your rights, and let Morgan & Morgan fight for you, for the people. And I'd like to remind everybody that her children's dad has recently passed away. Like, this wasn't too long ago. And that's kind of when Ashley started blowing up on the internet for doing a lot of dumb things. And I think we've all seen that Ashley really hasn't been there for her daughters through this transition and grieving period. And it seems like it's just now starting to hit Ashley.
No one said it would ever be easy being a mom. Right now is the time I wish their dad was alive. I really do, and I told my mom that today. I called my mom and I said, I wish her dad was alive.
It's funny that she wishes their dad was alive now that times are getting tough for her, but remember when she was dancing, saying, F my baby daddy, F my baby daddy?
Wish he was alive. And I know she acts out because he's not here no more and she hasn't coped with her dad gone. She hasn't coped with losing her dad. So I know it still hurts her because she cried for him last night. My mom told me. My mom told me she cried for her dad last night. That's how I know it still hurts her about her dad. She didn't get to tell him bye.
If anybody out there has ever had anyone pass away or even an animal, you know that that pain never leaves. It's not something that you just deal with and then it's gone one day. So the fact that she's just now realizing that her daughter is not over her dad's death is insane to me. And even more so in saying that she's not even there to comfort her or to be a mother or to do anything that a good normal human being would. It's definitely going to hurt her, and I think that it's going to hurt forever.
He passed away when she wasn't there. My kids didn't tell their dad bye. She didn't even tell him Happy Father's Day before he passed away because she was mad at him.
And I think now would be a good time to message somebody you love and tell them that you love them, because you never know what could happen. In that same stream, Ashley talks about Haley saying that she's going to expose her when she turns 18. And Ashley's like, what are you going to expose? I mean, I think we can all think of a few things that Ashley could be exposed for.
She's going to expose everything when she's 18, right? What is there to expose? I've been taking care of you since you were born. What are you going to expose? There's nothing to expose, baby girl. This TikTok stuff is getting to her head, and I guarantee you Heffa got into her head too.
That could be possible, but I think that the TikTok stuff is definitely getting into Ashley's head.
But for her to sit there and make that remark, and then she blocked me on TikTok because I was telling her to get off live last night. So she thought it was cool to block me. But what is she going to expose? All the CPS cases have been closed.
Which makes sense because Ashley doesn't actually have custody of the children. And if she did, then I think there might have been some open CPS cases that would have escalated.
There's nothing my daughter can expose when she's 18. I want to see what she has to expose, because that would be so amazing. I want to know what she needs to expose. I really do want to know.
She may or may not have something to expose, but I think at the least she is trying to get the attention of her mom by acting out. And Ashley really doesn't like Heffa right now, because if you didn't know, Heffa stole one of her gifters. Yes, because you can steal gifters apparently. If you ever give money to an influencer, streamer, whatever it is online, you know, you no longer own yourself. They own you and they can control everything you do. She goes on to talk about Heffa in this live stream, saying that she doesn't even love her kids. She doesn't care about her own kids because she was paying more attention to Ashley's kids when they were hanging out, and that she doesn't even give her sons phones.
No, her older kids do not have a phone. Her sons don't have a phone. And the way she treats them, y'all would think she was the bad mom.
Yeah, she's a bad mom because she doesn't give her kids phones. So what does that make you, Ashley, for not giving your daughters a bed? I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that her kids don't have phones. I think that could be a pretty healthy thing.
You don't know how she embarrasses those kids in public. I don't even do that.
It is insane that that just came out of her mouth, considering the podcast that she just did with her kids, embarrassing them.
She was showing more love to my kids than her own kids. She kept getting rid of her kids. She would send them with her husband. When she would go somewhere, or her husband would leave, go with your dad. And then the little girl would be like, no, mom, I want to stay. Go with your dad. Go with your dad. She sent them with their dad. And they didn't want to go half of the time. I had my kids the whole entire time. Let's talk about that. You want to air it out, right? But I'm the bad mom on TikTok, right? I'm the bad mom.
How does that make her a bad mom for sending her kids off with their dad? It's their dad. It's not some stranger. It's not a bad person. It's someone that loves them. She was probably worried about your kids, Ashley, and wanted to make sure everything was okay. And let's be honest, I don't think any of us out there would openly let our children be around Ashley Trevino. Honestly, it kind of sounds like she's a little jealous and projecting a little bit because she's so used to being able to keep her kids with her grandparents so she can go out and party. So I think here she was just upset that she couldn't get rid of her kids.
I'm gonna call my dad and see if I can just move back in with them. I'm tired of being an adult. I miss my parents.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Ashley wants to move back in with her parents because she has found it difficult being an adult, which I don't know when the last time we saw her doing that was, but apparently in her head, she's been doing it.
It's fun to have your own place until stuff starts messing up, and then you're like, bro. I called the city out here because I thought it, like, my landlord said it was the city, but the city said it's not their problem. I don't know. So now she has a plumber coming tomorrow, but I have a meeting in the morning, so I won't be here. I need somebody to come sit at my place. Oh my God, it's so much, bro.
Apparently, it's really difficult for Ashley to manage her time properly and to schedule a plumber to not come whenever she's having a meeting. And Ashley says she's doing big things, and one of the big things was going and creating content with these guys doing this.
Wow. Pepper yucky. Pepper ew.
And this.
Does it smell like Nunu? Does it smell?
You want to smell? It smells like Santos. Cheers.
She also took a lie detector test.
Okay, this one's kind of a weird little question, like maybe a little fantasy a little bit, but do you think DK's cute?
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He might be that little bro.
No.
Oh shoot. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I see it.
And Ashley released some merch, which, you know, I don't know who's buying this.
But I have 3 samples right here. Let me show y'all one though.
Okay. Guys, doubles. Wait, hold on. Keep it up right there.
At the end of the day.
Wait. I miss Heffa. I mean,
No,
bro,
it says at the end of the day.
Carlito, thank you so much. Bro, I mean, I think you can just tell her. You can tell her yourself. You don't got to write it on the shirt. What'd you say?
And then I have this one. Does it smell? Does it smell as 6 foot? And then this one. Just kidding. Just kidding.
And she went on another podcast and said this.
Honestly, who I really am as a person. They think they know who Ash Trevino is, but they've never actually given me a chance to show them who I am. They still, like I've always said, I'm always going to be a villain in their eyes because they've never given me the actual chance to show them. And if they gave me that chance, then they would know who I really am as a person. And, you know.
Well,
Which I believe she has a chance every single time she goes live to prove who she is to the world. They also asked her about the bed bug incident, which it's interesting that they didn't ask her that whenever she was on the lie detector.
right here, and I'm gonna show her. So this was the infamous, this is like the bed bugs. I don't know if you want to give us like what really happened, what was the niche on that, or what, I don't really know, but can we get a little
So if you
backstory on
look
that?
at it, it's like a tick, and I actually killed it, but my neighbors actually have a dog.
Oh, so it was the dog's tick?
I mean, I'm not saying it was a dog's, but
Oh,
you know, like
it
there's
could've been-
animals in the area. And then I just moved into that apartment not too long ago, and I don't know how regularly like they have like the pest control to come because I haven't seen them since I've been there. And so, but I'm actually moving out of that place anyways.
So this time it was a tick, last time it was a beetle. Who knows what it's going to transform into next time. And one of the biggest shockers of them all is that Ashley received a phone call while on stream informing her that she's going to have a Netflix show.
This song by heart, though.
What happened? Hello?
Hey Ash, we have some exciting news for you. We just booked you a show with Netflix.
Oh my god!
So sorry it's so late, but I wanted to call you and give you that exciting information, and I'll call you in the morning with more details.
Oh my god, okay, thank you so much.
No worries. Talk to you in the morning.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.
And this has raised a lot of theories on the internet as to what's really going on here. One being that it was a pranked phone call.
Ash Trevino just got pranked by a popular TikToker, and she is very much in denial. So she got a phone call from Netflix saying that they were going to be giving her a show. And she is so excited, going off about it, bragging to everybody. But it was actually a TikToker that goes by the name Cassandra Bowman. He does all kinds of prank calls, and if you've watched any of his videos, which you probably have, you would instantly recognize the voice. Since then, he's posted 3 videos, POV Ash Trevino and part 1 and 2 of Ash Trevino Netflix show, which in total have gotten nearly 7 million views. But even after all of this, she's still doubling down on the fact that she got a real Netflix show. She is not going to admit that it was a prank and she fell for it. On her live, some girl comes on and she's like, "Oh, I heard that you got a Netflix show. Tell me about that." And you don't need to know Ash Trevino to know that she brags at any chance she gets to try to make herself seem important. But when she was asked about the Netflix show, she totally tried to change the topic. She said, "Oh, it's in the works." And she even tried to show some PDF contracts so people would believe her. Absolutely ridiculous. However, I would not be surprised if Netflix actually did try to give her some type of show.
By the way, if you like Randall or cats in general or my videos, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment down below saying hello. And another being that it's Ashley Trevino's manager who is allegedly scamming her.
A lady traveled from Texas all the way to India to tell me that he took $80,000 from her, promised her he was going to put her on Netflix, blocked her. A sweet old lady. This lady was like, yeah, an elderly lady, right? She didn't even know how to use the phone.
Did you catch that? The guy who is Ash Trevino's manager, Christian, uses the same scams with everybody, guys. Didn't Ash just get a call that she's gonna be on Netflix? And what did Jaylene just say? That he scammed somebody else by telling them that he's gonna put them on Netflix. Another thing, he scammed Jaylene by telling her he was gonna put her on a billboard. What did he say to Ash? Ash said, "Oh, I'm gonna be on a billboard." This guy uses the same like scamming tactics for all of his clients, and it's wild. It's wild because like all it took for somebody to be a manager of Ash is to be extremely money hungry, slow, and to not care what other people, and to not care about like the morals of the people you're working with, right? A scammer. Only a scammer would want to work with her. And like, as much as we hate her, there's money to be made in her because like she has her gifters and she has her little audience of kids. So this guy is probably really gonna take all of her money, and it's crazy because imagine if he is her downfall.
And if there's anybody out there that works for Netflix or knows anything about Netflix, let me know in the comments if just signing a simple docu form is how you do it, or is there a much longer process to this? Because Ashley goes on to show that she signed something on her phone, and apparently everything's set in motion now. And that's everything with Ashley that's happened recently. Now we're going to move on to Tophiachu, who has been doing some extremely sus things like usual. And if you don't know who Tophiachu is, I really suggest you go and watch one of the videos that I made on there. I made a couple on the owners. Go watch those right now. In a sea of Asian thirst trap men on an Instagram page, there is weird pictures of babies on there. And Tophia can be seen liking a lot of these photos and a lot of baby photos, and one including 2 babies doing something inappropriate that definitely shouldn't be on this Instagram page that is geared towards thirst trapping. And the reason why this is unsettling is because, well, it's Tophiachu, and if you don't know, she has a thing for Asian guys, and she's allegedly been known for liking the younger ones. On top of that, this being a thirst trap Instagram, and then she's going through liking these posts of Asian babies. I mean, sure, you could angle it towards maybe she's just thinking they're cute, but it's definitely very weird considering that this is a thirst trap Instagram page, and she's also been caught doing some similar things. But Tophiachu would go on to defend herself in a live stream on Twitch, saying this.
Oh, okay, you see, here comes. First of all, it's toddlers, which toddlers are not babies, and then you're saying 2 babies. So what is it? Is it 2 babies or 2 toddlers? Because if it's 2 babies, why are you saying 2 babies are weird? Especially because the fact little babies don't know any better, and if it's not a weird, like, you're making it weird of 2 babies. That if you're sexual, that you're weird. Why are you sexual toddlers first of all? And why are you babies? That is so weird because you're the one that's making it. No one here is talking about toddlers or babies for you, and you're saying it's weird. That's like people literally complaining about how kids are dressed. The way a kid's dressed is because you see them that way. Can we not? Like, you're not making yourself look good. You're making yourself look weird. I didn't admit anything. They're the ones that are saying that. I literally just am talking about what they're saying. I never said I like that. They literally said, and they can't even keep their story straight. First they said toddlers, and now they're saying babies. Toddlers are not babies.
So her defense here is that they're not babies, they're toddlers, so that makes it okay. And I never said I like that, but there's literally proof of her liking the photo.
Is it toddlers or is it babies? What is it? And then what, you're going to say teen? Are you going to say it's 2 teens next? They can't even keep their story straight. First they said babies, then they said toddlers, and then they're making it weird because why are you here talking about 2 toddlers? Weird. We're not even talking about that. Toddlers are 2. They're not babies. Babies are not 2 years old. Toddlers walk and talk. They're not babies. They're not kids. They're not teens. They're not. They're young, but they're not babies. They're 2.
The problem with these photos on this Instagram page is that it looks a lot like they're trying to sexualize this, and that's what makes this not okay. It's not an Instagram page for wholesome moments. It's made to grab the attention of the gaze of somebody that is interested in these type of things to do dirty things. Combine that with Tophia's past, and it does raise alarms. In other news, we come to find out that Tophia left Hershey inside the apartment when it got raided and tear gassed. And this happened because instead of grabbing the dog when she left the apartment, she decided to grab her 2 phones instead.
And so when my dad wasn't looking, I grabbed my 2 phones, and that's all I grabbed, and because I thought I was going to be able to come back. They didn't tell us anything.
I think it's fair that she thought that she was going to be coming back. And there's some parts here I'm a little confused on. Did she know they were going to tear gas whenever she left? Because if she did, she should have grabbed the dog instead and informed them of the dog, and just in general informed them of the dog. So that way it doesn't run out and bite one of them or scare one of the officers and something happens. And then even then she was informed that they were not going to be coming back because I'm assuming the tear gas that she was probably told about. So why didn't she tell the officers then that Hershey was in there? And it's alleged that Hershey stayed in there for 14 hours in tear gas. And they also brought in a canine, which could have ended really badly if Hershey came out barking. And there's no telling where Hershey is now. I just hope that Hershey is in a good place and we're not being lied to about something here. So really, there's no excuse here. She should have said something, communicated something to them to get her dog out of there. There was also more of the body cam footage that was released, and it revealed a lot more of Tophia's living conditions. I knew they didn't live in the best housing situation, but I didn't think it was this bad. Tophia also got her first public interview.
Excuse me, are you Tophia? Hi, it's good to meet you. I'm sorry, can I get an interview with you real quick?
Sure.
Okay. How do you feel that TikTok disappeared for 12 hours and then came back?
I don't know. I think that's crazy because, like, the CEO,
Yeah.
there was a lot of creators that were affected by,
Yeah.
you know, the
Right.
ban.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people depend on TikTok.
For sure, yeah. So, how did you like Comic-Con?
Comic-Con was fun. You know, I like meeting the celebrities.
Yeah.
They're really nice and interacting with people.
Okay. I got one more question for you. What's your favorite part about Albuquerque?
The people and probably the green chili.
Okay, yeah, me too. Well, thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, have a good one.
This seemed like a very random interview. They just seen her and decided to go approach her. It's an interesting perspective because I've never seen any other side of Tophia besides what she shows us on her live stream. So it's just interesting to see her getting interviewed. And yeah, she did go to Comic-Con again and spend money that she doesn't have and still lives in a car. Speaking of cars, Brother Chu has Free Diddy written on his car saying that he supports P. Diddy, to which Tophia responds with this.
I have no control over what's written on a car. I knew someone was gonna see that and say something. Don't come at me for that. I don't agree. I didn't agree. Whatever is written on a car is not me. It was a joke, but to me, some people, you know, to me, I don't like. I understand the severity of the situation. Like I said, trigger warning. Like 10-year-old involved. I don't think like making light of the situation when a 10-year-old's involved. Like yeah, but people didn't know the severity of the situation until everything started coming out. So I don't got my views differ. And I mean, it's not like in a sense it is a joke, but in a sense it's not a funny joke. And I can't tell people how to joke. That's just, yeah, they are disgusting, but people was making the baby oil jokes way before they knew the severity of the situation. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about that because the whole car spray paint it's stuck on there. I mean, to an extent. I literally told my mom that. I said, watch, if these trolls literally actually read what's on the car, we're gonna get it, I said. And I already knew it. I already told my mom. Because although he was like making jokes, like literally, I said that joke is not funny considering that a 10-year-old's involved. Like how him and his friends joke and how people joke. I like I said, I don't agree. I don't agree at all.
And remember Aunt Karen, the woman that tried to tell Tophia that she should be realistic and get a job and to just do a TikTok on the side as a hobby? Tophia says that she's glad that she didn't listen to her because she's made thousands of dollars from TikTok. But mind you, still lives in her car.
Imagine me listening to people. I would have not made over thousands of dollars. That's crazy. Well, first of all, if a mental health professional who prides themselves in mental health is giving someone mental health advice and they themselves are literally going to school for that, and now recently they're doing things that are not helping people with mental health, what does that mean? And especially like you're literally giving advice and you're doing weird stuff online, it's crazy. You shouldn't be giving mental health advice if this is the stuff you're doing online. I don't care if it's 2 years ago. If I had taken that advice, my life would have been more screwed. People are not setting me up for success. They're setting me up for failure because they're a failure. They will never get anywhere in life just like I am. And they're mad that they're not in the same position that I am. If that makes sense. If I had taken the advice of those people, I would have been screwed money-wise. I wouldn't have had no money for this car, the transmission. I wouldn't have been able to afford to get my car out of tow because all the money would have been gone because it would have went to bills and then I would have had to wait the next 2 weeks to get paid. Like, bro, that is insane. People steer me in the wrong direction and I get screwed over. And then to literally sit here and be like, well, what did we learn? What about the people that got doxxed on Discord that are doxing people with my situation? What did they learn? Especially because Isaac said that his mom loved getting spam calls. That's a lie. How come you didn't tell him to get off the internet? I'm not getting offline and risking thousands of dollars because you're a hating ASS hoe that wishes you could be where other people are.
But then Tophia can be heard saying that her father is sick and nobody wants to help him, when in reality she could help him. She has the power to do that.
My father is sick and I can't even help him because nobody wants to help.
Don't let them get to you.
I just want to go be with my grandmother.
They're just jealous because you have the life you have.
I can't even.
Remember,
And you can hear her mom in the background saying that people are just jealous. And honestly, it makes me feel really sad for them because they think that they're in a good position and they're not doing anything to get themselves out of the position they're in. I think it would be different if she wasn't constantly being a victim and was happy where she was, but she's not happy and their health is declining. I'm sure there's people out there that can live in a car and be completely happy with that type of lifestyle and be healthy doing it. You don't need material things in order to be happy and living a good life. All you need is food and water and a lot of love, I would think. But their health is declining from the position that they're in because they're not taking care of themselves. And even recently, Tophiachu had to go to the hospital. And in lesser news, just because, you know, you're probably interested in this, Tophia also said that it's supposed to smell down there. And that Sprite is good for you. And that's why she drinks it.
You don't wash down there with soap because here's the thing. People have this perception that women's private smell is supposed to. Well, Sprite's good for you, so that's why I drink that.
And don't worry, in the clips where it says that she's going to be vomiting, I cut that out for you. So I will take on that burden. Leslie Clark is back on the internet after her hiatus. She can be found over on Queen Bad Butt 2642 on TikTok. And if you haven't seen the video I made on her, be sure to go watch that to be informed about who this is. But for those of you that don't know, long story short, she's been exposed for allegedly talking to underage people, sending them some inappropriate pictures, and some other disgusting things. And recently, Leslie's been going live sharing content of her weight loss journey.
I already did my morning walk. I already did my 30-minute walk. Yo, those 10 jumping jacks I just did, I haven't done jumping. Took my breath. I haven't done jumping jacks since middle school.
And people were wondering why she started doing this, because it's not like Leslie to be interested in exercise. She's more interested in vaping and drinking and things of that nature. And come to find out, people think that this might have something to do with Perry. And if you don't know who Perry is, it's somebody that she dated for only 3 days and she became obsessed with him. Which now Perry has had 1 kid and there's been some disturbing things that have surfaced to do with that kid. But we'll get to that in a moment. And there was some Facebook drama that occurred with Leslie and Perry, where Leslie would post on Facebook saying, "You are over here telling me to leave him alone, but B, he's clearly blowing me up, Brittany, so you better get the dude you are calling your fiance, LMFAO." And then it shows missed calls from Perry, and Perry saying, "What, you don't F with me anymore?" So maybe the theory about her exercising to look better for Perry isn't too far-fetched. And it's also been alleged that Perry went live with 3 other women and his baby and could be seen smoking. It's alleged that his baby mama caught him smoking the stuff around the baby, to which the cops came and he had an altercation with them, where they found a gun in his car and he was arrested, which he was on probation. So Perry went to jail for a little bit and has recently got out and is engaged to another girl and is also having another baby. So yeah, that's happening. In other news, Leslie was found to be on a feeder Discord. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where somebody enjoys helping somebody gain weight. So she was on there looking for somebody that wanted to feed her. But once they found out her past, they banned her on that Discord and she came back to TikTok. So maybe that could explain why we didn't see Leslie posting so much on social media anymore. She was occupied by this Discord. And since then, Leslie's been going live, doing her usual, begging for money.
Remember about it? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I was trying to block somebody. I don't know why. Send me $30 first, Ricky. And I'll do it. Right now, since the fall drinks are out, I really want the pumpkin cream cold brew. But my regular go-to is a iced caramel macchiato. Or a strawberry acai lemonade refresher. With the pumpkin, yes, the pumpkin loaf. Oh my god.
And of course, her TikToks wouldn't be the same if she wasn't talking about Perry. And she goes on to give us a nice little story time about how she ran into Perry one time at Walmart.
Here is a story time y'all have been waiting for. Sorry it took me a long time for me to post this. Okay, me and my grandma went grocery shopping yesterday. And we needed air filters. So I went to the air filters, trying to find the ones we needed. And Perry comes around the corner and goes, ooh. And I went, I just mind my business, trying to find what I need, put it in the cart, and I just go about my business. And then I'm trying to remember what else I needed from over there. So I'll call my friend up. I'm like, dude, I just seen Perry in here. And then she was like, really? Because wait, never mind. I'm not gonna tell her business. Never mind. Anyways, so I was trying to find, after I got everything on the non-grocery side of Walmart, I was looking around trying to find my grandmother. Because she goes and gets the groceries on the grocery side of Walmart, and then I go on the non-grocery side and get the non-stuff grocery items that we need. And it's not my fault that we were walking in the same direction and shit. It's not my fault that we kept going the same way. But no, they swear up and down I was following them. I was looking for my grandmother. And then when I was walking to the bathroom, the bitch had the audacity, and when they were checking out fixing to leave, they had to walk past the bathroom to go out the fucking entrance door. When they were passing by the bathroom, I was waiting for them to pass by the bathroom so I could go inside the bathroom to freaking pee. She turned around and like that, and then I hollered really fucking loudly so that bitch can fucking hear me. And I said, do you got a fucking problem? Because I could fix it real quick. But anyways. But yeah. And then, to be honest with you, I'm surprised Perry's taking care of that baby.
Just a friendly reminder, if you like content like this and you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And Leslie's lung issues have been getting worse, so much so that she's been getting a lot of comments on her TikToks to where she had to address it because she was getting so many.
About my breathing. Y'all, I'm working on that, okay? I'm working on it. I'll go to the doctor report tomorrow. The reason why I breathe like that is because my airways are narrow, and I gotta get that fixed. If it doesn't fix the way they want to fix it first, then I'm gonna have to go through surgery. But I'm working on it. I go to the doctor tomorrow and get some equipment so I can do a sleep at-home sleep study, so I can do it at home and then bring the results back to them Friday and then find out what the results are, because my breathing has not been normal. I've been breathing heavily at night. I wake up in the middle of the night because I can't breathe. Like, it's the whole 9 yards. So I gotta take an inhaler frequently. I just don't take it like I'm supposed to because I'm not used to taking one. But yeah.
Needless to say, she should probably quit vaping. And we have a small update to do with the Resilient Jenkins family. And if you don't know who that is, it's the family that has 4 kids, now 5, because they just recently had a newborn, living in a 1-bedroom apartment with their kids sleeping on the living room floor and the kitchen floor. Made a video on that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But my video ended with them apparently getting evicted from their house, which has now come to light and we know more information about it.
The Resilient Jenkins had court today to find out if they are going to be evicted, and the verdict is in that yes, by March 16th, this family is going to have to evict from their home. Now, if you're not familiar with this story, this is a family of 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. This is Drew, who is the boyfriend, and this housing is actually designed for him and his son. It's apparently some type of government housing for him and his child. However, Stephanie, her 2 daughters, and now the 2 additional children that they have together are living inside this 1-bedroom apartment. When this family came to social media and started sharing about their lives, people noticed that the children were sleeping on foam mattress toppers, and that is how they became known on TikTok. They've stated multiple times that they do not want to get regular W-2 jobs, which is what has honestly kept them in this predicament. Now, at this point in time, their sole income is likely coming from social media, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, or any other social media platform. The reason that this is so unique, and I assume is why they're being evicted, is because it is meant for just Drew and his son, and there are way too many people living inside this government-funded home. While it's hard to hold empathy because they have obviously put themselves in the predicament that they have, Stephanie just recently had a baby, so they are going to be being evicted with a newborn in tow. Now, if they get out by March 16th, this will not go on their record and they will be clear. However, if they stay or they put up a fight, it will be another eviction added to their record. I think the biggest hope is that they do utilize the money that they've made on social media and they are able to get out into a bigger home to support their family and have their children a much larger space than just a 1-bedroom apartment. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you think that they are going to go with no ifs, ands, or buts about it? Or do you think they're going to put up a fight and try to stay in this 1-bedroom apartment? Let me know down in the comments.
And there you have it. That's going to be everything for today. If you watched all the way to the end, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.